I have lived in a pretty beautiful place for a while now, and I have to say, this made me very lazy when it comes to traveling. I only ever feel inspired to travel if I miss someone who lives someplace else, and this is exactly the reason why I recently went to the north of Cyprus. One of my best friends moved back home, and while she's always with me in my heart, at times you simply need a real life hug. I arrived late at night and couldn't wait for the next morning to come and see what this place was all about. The first morning was full of surprises which I wanted to share with you, like when I changed my money for the local currency. And suddenly my wallet was so packed I couldn't even close it. If you ever feel like your wallet is empty, go change your cash to Turkish lira, guys. Right after, my mind was blown by seeing water packaged like a yogurt. Have you guys ever seen this before? And public toilets with automatic plastic covers. Give me a break, Cyprus. And the last thing I wanted to share with you, which is no longer a surprise for me, but might be for you. Would you guess why some of the Cypriot women flip their coffee cups upside down after drinking? After sharing some of the most surprising things, I wanted to show you how the place actually looks like. Now, this wasn't a classic itinerary-based, see all the churches, tick all the boxes trip, and I never liked those anyways. My friend simply tried to show me all the places that she loves the best, like this little market. What I loved about it is that it wasn't just the usual souvenir type of junk they were selling, but actually many beautiful handcrafted art pieces. Everywhere you looked, you received an overdose of colors, shapes, and patterns. Honestly, there were so many cool things that I would have bought. The thing is, I was restricted by the size of my luggage, and I fortunately already know that my favorite souvenir to bring back home is food, so I decided I will focus on that. In these situations, it's really handy to have a local with you who knows all the food and can advise what's best. I bought some traditional sweets to take home, and then we shared this refreshing treat: rose lemonade with pieces of ice and some sort of custard in the middle. It was very yummy. And then we hit the road again, drove to the village where my friend grew up, and up a hill where we sat, enjoyed the view, and complained about how much we miss each other. Dinner was some delicious lamb and chicken. Just like that, the first day was over. The next morning, we had breakfast at this place with the most amazing view, which I can't really show you as I totally messed up setting the right exposure on my camera. It was a traditional Turkish breakfast with your choice of eggs and a platter of pastries, veggies, cheeses, and the likes. My favorite breakfast in the world. As we were close to the sea, at least dipping our feet was non-negotiable, of course. Safe to say, I definitely regretted not having my swimming costume with me. Afterwards, we drove to this absolute gem of a village called Karmi, which, like most places in Cyprus, was flooded with cats. Cats everywhere you looked. Cats, cats, and more cats. Good thing I really love them. Aside from cats, the place was packed with flowers, some of which I knew from before, some of which I didn't, and some of which literally seemed like from another planet. The Karmi village is set under this majestic mountain, and it's full of hills, so if you ever go, a lot of water and good walking shoes are definitely a must. This village kind of reflects to me how Cyprus is in general. The places tend to be masterfully decorated, full of cute little details that keep on popping up from everywhere. After Karmi, we drove up the Bespermak mountain, which was one of my favorite parts of this trip. I feel very much at home whenever surrounded by nothing man-made, so these mountains really won me over. The views were absolutely stunning, and I just wanted to hang out in there forever. Unfortunately, quite a big part of these mountains is a military area where you can't take any recordings. There were signs literally everywhere reminding people of this, so I hope I didn't record anything that I wasn't supposed to. It's a pity though, because in that restricted area, the views were literally the best. Luckily, my absolutely favorite view was in the area where filming was allowed, so let me share it with you. I just wanted to put up a tent and grow old in here. All things come to an end, and camping probably wasn't allowed here anyhow. Before I knew it, I was on the plane back home, very grateful not only to have seen this amazing place, but mainly to have been able to spend very precious time together. Imagine the world before airplanes. I guess if your friend moved countries back then, that was pretty much it, aside from letters. So here's to airplanes and friendships. Thanks for watching, see you soon!